How cute would this be if this could button? That's so cute. But my neck can't fit in that. Okay. Anyway, hi guys. Hi everybody, how are you guys? I feel like it's been forever since I filmed and made a video. It's been a hot minute since I have done so, and by the way I'm talking and sounding, you might be able to tell that I am pretty under the weather right now. Last week was terrible. I had really bad cold-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms. I didn't go to school at all last week. It was terrible, and that's why there was no video last week. Please forgive me. So this week I felt so much better. I went to school. I had a lot of other things planned for this week. But then now I feel like so sick, so I'm sorry if I'm like coughing or sounding like there's something up my nose. There is. I have not like talked this much already in like a few weeks, so I feel a little like after everything I say I'm gonna cough. And like I don't cough the entire day, but then when I start talking, I cough. So I don't know if it's like a nervous thing, I don't know. But anyway, hi guys. It feels so good to be back talking because I missed you guys. I feel like it's becoming so distant, our relationship. So it's only been like a week since I haven't posted, but you know, I just miss you guys. So hi, and I really wanted to make this video because it's so relevant to this time of year, and next week is Thanksgiving, which is, I know, all of our favorite. My mom's coughing in the background. I feel like I got her sick. I'm sorry, Mom. Our favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. And by all of us, I of course mean us eating disordered people. You know, Thanksgiving is just one of those days where all the sugars come out, and it's just very overwhelming. There's, you know, whether you're going with family, you know, get-togethers are triggering in and of itself. But then there's like the whole food aspect, and the so much food aspect, and the conversations that happen at the dinner table, and just like that whole environment can be very difficult for somebody with an eating disorder, whether they're, you know, in recovery or not. It's very tricky, and I don't really remember the last time I've had this like outstanding Thanksgiving experience because, you know, my family is just very like, they always like, there's always talk about like food and my food and like, oh, where's Chris gonna eat? And when I wasn't recovering, it was just like, oh, have this, like, oh, you want this, and it was just very like too much for me. And that was one of my like things, like when someone would ask me, oh, do you want this, I'll be like, no. Even if I did want it, I'll be like, no, I don't want that, just like on spite. So now being in recovery, like, recently it's been better because I basically just, like, told everyone, like, don't pay attention to what I am eating, don't even care. I'm bringing, like, P.F. Chang's or, like, Chipotle, like, don't even cook for me, like, I'll have to take care of myself. But it's taken a while to get to that point where nobody really talks about, like, my food anymore. People, like, call it, like, bird food, like, my family, it's, like, joking, like, oh, it's Chris eating, like, the bird food again, like, no. And now that it's after the election, I am just guessing there's going to be a lot of talk about that, you know, in my family and probably your family as well. I don't know, like, what side you're on, but, you know, I'm very Democratic, and my family is all Republican, so, you know, they've made comments about that. So it's just very, like, and none of that even pertains to my eating disorder, but it just makes for me to not have a good experience. And Thanksgiving, it's really like a hit or miss for me. Like, it's either, like, it's never like, oh my god, like, best day ever. It's either, okay, it went okay, or it went horrible. So, over the years, I have compiled a list of things that have helped me throughout these times. I know I made a video a while ago, how to survive holidays, but that was just like really old and weird. So, here's a new amped up version of how to survive Thanksgiving with an eating disorder. So the first thing I would say is to just not put too much pressure on yourself. It's Thanksgiving. I don't even know if you celebrate Thanksgiving if you're not in the US. Well, probably not. But, like, this is the most overwhelming day regarding food and eating and family. Like, this is it, like, all in one. Like, this is the grand, like, package of triggers. So this is supposed to be hard for you. This it's okay to want to restrict, it's okay to want to binge or purge, like, it's okay to feel those things, because this is, like, I guess, debatably the hardest day, like, every year for people recovering. So just remember, it is okay to feel those things, it's completely normal, even if you are recovering. I'm recovery, like, I'm recovery. Yeah, I'm recovery. I'm 2 years, almost 3 years into my recovery, and I still feel that way. I still feel like, you know, the need to restrict if I'm, like, with family, or if it's, like, a very stressful environment, but that's okay. Don't, like, if you do act on those feelings, like, it's okay, you know, you don't have to think that day is, like, ruined now. It's okay, like, it's just a little bump in the road, like, your day could still be okay if, like, you did a behavior, like, it's okay, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Of course, it's important to visualize, oh, you're having a good time, and hoping for the best, but I've noticed if I do that, like, oh, I'm hoping this is, like, the best time ever, and then something bad happens, I'm just, like, shut down. So just don't expect too much. I don't want to say expect something to go wrong, but, like, don't, like, think your whole life is ruined because one thing went wrong, and I've definitely done that before. So, and you are not alone. There are so many people just around the country who probably feel the same way as you do. It's just a very stressful day in general. I think even for people who don't have eating disorders, it's just like, you know, people get anxiety in front of their family, and that's completely normal. So it's okay to slip up, but just make sure you get right back up and don't give up on yourself. The next thing is something I've done in the past a lot, and it really helps me when I mentioned about, you know, bringing my own food, like P.F. Chang's, or like Chipotle, something completely random. Even if it's not, like, this beautiful meal, like, it will be Thanksgiving, and I'll bring, like, freaking Chipotle salad bowl, you know? It's, like, completely random and, like, not really, like, gourmet looking, but for me, that's what I'm gonna eat, so I don't really care. So the thing I'm trying to get to here is kind of plan ahead of time what you are going to eat that day for, you know, that meal for dinner. If you're, like, vegan like me, that could be even, like, a little more tricky, because you might think, okay, well, I'm gonna, you know, have... You could just, like, think, I'm gonna have this piece of turkey and this and this and that. Just, like, plan it so when you're in front of the dinner table, you're not, like, overwhelmed by all this food. You already have a plan, like, what you're gonna eat. But if you're vegan, you kind of have to, like, maybe bring something, so I definitely will do that. I found that really helpful, because if somebody asks you, like, oh, like, what are you having? I'm just like, I'm taking care of it, like, don't even worry about it. So either plan what you're gonna have there, or bring something. That's something that I've really found helpful. The next tip I have is to try to have somebody, like, in your family, or, you know, your mom or your sister, or even a friend. I don't know if you bring friends to your dinners, but someone who you could kind of fall back on and talk to and be like, okay, this is a little, like, crazy for me right now, let's just, like, go to the living room and play tic-tac-toe. What, Chris? What? Let's just, like, go have some alone time and just, like, relax and talk and go on Twitter and go on our phones and just, like, take a breathe. I swear, this sickness has... messed me up. So take a breath and just get away from everybody. So definitely my mother is my person. I don't know if you watch Grey's Anatomy. You're my person, my mother is my person, and whenever I'm feeling, like, stressed or triggered and just like, okay, this person just said this really stupid thing to me, like, I just need to, like, like, get away from these people, she's definitely one to, like, be like, okay, let's just, like, it's okay, you're okay. So that's definitely helpful for me. I hope you have somebody in your family or your life that you could do that to as well. The next thing I kind of already mentioned, and that's just to have some alone time throughout the day, whether it's, like, you get to your, you know, your destination, and then, you know, you talk, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, go in my car for a minute. That might sound a little weird, but, like, you don't even have to tell anybody, just, like, go. And my uncle's house is right next to a park, so I'll just, like, go to that park every, like, hour or so, just to, like, recoup. Is that regroup? What? Just to, like, you know, refresh myself and go on my phone and talk to my friends and just, like, relax and take some alone time. I love alone time. I love being alone. I love just, like, being with myself and being mindful and being content with myself and just, like, all those terms of mindfulness. So it's not really helpful for me to just go in my car or just even go to a different room and just like be in my zone. That's definitely helpful for me. Even during school, if I have like a period of time in between classes, I will go to my car and just like settle down and just think, okay, I got through that. You know, give yourself a pat on the back, because this, again, Thanksgiving is one of the most stressful days for, you know, us. So just say, okay, you're gonna survive. This is okay, you're gonna survive. And just that brings me to the last thing, is just breathe. Do not forget to breathe and just, you know, Thanksgiving is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a nice family, you know, get together. So try your hardest to just remember that. And if someone is like bothering you or triggering you, or if all this food is like too much, just be like, okay, like I could do this. It's just one day. This will be over in a few hours. Just breathe. Think of something funny. Go on your phone. Go on Twitter. Look at some Joe Biden memes. I find whenever I'm like really anxious, I'll just think like, what am I? Like, what's happening right now? Like, I'm not breathing, so I just breathe, and then I feel a little bit better. So just breathe, and remember, no one's gonna kill you, nothing here is gonna hurt you. It's just, you know, I just gotta... I was trying to think of something inspirational, then I coughed, and my brain went somewhere else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just remember, there are so many people in your shoes who feel the same way you do. You are not alone. I am always on Twitter or Instagram if you want to message me. If you're having like a rough time, I would totally talk to you. That'll be helpful for me as well. So I love you guys so much, and I believe in you guys so much, and I support you guys so much, and I love you guys so much. And you know, Thanksgiving, it's, you know, it's okay. We'll get through it. It's okay. Just think of us all just getting through this one day. It's possible. It's possible. It's not impossible at all. It's totally possible. So, what am I even saying right now? I love you guys so much, and I will see you all next week. Bye, guys. Oh, also, I am planning, yes, on doing Vlogmas. I love vlogs. I love watching vlogs. I love making vlogs, and I feel like I only make vlogs from, like, on a vacation, but I just want to show you guys like my actual life, and that should be really fun. So I'm gonna do Vlogmas. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and yeah, bye!